Last big park that we're going to talk about as far as big announcements coming to Walt Disney World is Magic Kingdom. And one of the announcements was the Hatbox Ghost is joining the Haunted Mansion as a character. Okay, maybe this is another very controversial question. Haunted Mansion is, I appreciate the animatronics and I appreciate the effects in this ride, but Haunted Mansion is not a must do for me. And I feel like people that really love Disney they're gonna be like, what? But it's just not. I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. But it's one that I will do if there's not a super long line. There's a 13-minute wait. But it's never been something that I've been dying to do. So when they announced this Hatbox Ghost, I don't feel like I know enough to really understand how that impact the ride. I don't know. Do you know more about this ghost?
I mean, I see him all the time. I've even seen, so I'm going to the Not So Scary Halloween party on this Friday, 3 days from now.
Oh, fun!
And I've been seeing, so I've been seeing in some of the Facebook groups that I'm on, just trying to, make my strategy for the party and all this. I'm in some groups. And a lot of people have dressed up as Hatbox Ghost. So because he's a Disneyland thing, I don't know a ton, but all respect. I differ from Alexis. I love Haunted Mansion, but I also do think it's a nostalgia thing. I'm going to show my age here because as an elder millennial, I was still listening to actual records when I was little kid, right? And we had the original Disney Haunted Mansion record. Full-length record.
Oh, cool.
And it basically told, the ghost host told you the entire story of these kids coming upon the Haunted Mansion and sneaking inside and all the things they saw. And it described it in all this amazing detail. So I had in my mind, my whole childhood, what I expected to see. So I couldn't wait to ride Haunted Mansion and kind of see it all come together and hear that song and the music. So I've always loved it.
Okay. I feel like that would make sense. You just have a better, something to make you appreciate it a little bit more. Do you still have that record? That sounds super cool.
So I think it still is at my parents' house. And I know that my aunt, again, who I go to Disney with, she was a music teacher for 36 years. So she was teaching back when records were a thing. And she used to play it for her students. So I think she may have it as well. So I'm sure somewhere we could dig it up because it is really cool.
Yeah, that sounds super cool. I probably would like Haunted Mansion a lot more if I just had something to relate to. But I just don't. Growing up, I did not watch a whole bunch of haunted stuff, and I just never been huge ghost person, and so I just didn't show a lot of interest in it. But that's really cool, actually. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna get some hate for this, but I don't like the Haunted Mansion movies. All the newer movies that have come out, there was the Eddie Murphy one.
Oh, yeah.
Now there's this new one. I've never really liked any of them, and I don't feel like they kind of capture the original feel of what I experienced as a kid. So maybe that's my issue with them, but
fair. I knew of the Eddie Murphy one. So there are other ones? I don't even think I realized.
I think there's one that has just come out. It's not on Disney Plus yet, but I think it's been released in theaters, and it's Haunted Mansion something. It's something to do with Haunted Mansion.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. I wonder what everyone else thinks. Haunted Mansion, what makes everyone love it so much? Why is it a must do for a large portion? Kristen shared her thoughts about her record, which is really, really cool. I'm just kind of curious about the hype for that one. Okay. Pirates of the Caribbean. So there's a themed lounge coming to this, the end. I'm assuming when you get off the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, there's going to be some sort of lounge. Is that kind of sounding similar to what maybe they talked about?
I think so. And I'm wondering, is this going to be a traditional actual alcohol lounge?
Yeah,
because that doesn't
true.
seem very Magic Kingdom-y.
Right.
But I'm curious to see what they do.
Yeah, me too. I did see that Disney shared a reel of some cast, announcing the lounge, and cast members were really excited about it, and it made it look really cool. Yeah. But I mean, I guess I don't know what more to say about a pirate themed lounge than what's it gonna be like, and are they gonna have themed alcoholic drinks, non-alcoholic? Is it gonna have snacks? I don't know. But there are some lounges in Disney. I'm trying to think. Oh, one in Animal Kingdom. Nomad Lounge? Have you ever been to the Nomad Lounge?
Yeah, so I really like Nomad Lounge. I like Space 220 Lounge. It's a unique thing to do. So maybe we need one in Magic Kingdom. Maybe people are kind of hungry for, a place to stop and have a cool drink and take a break, especially over there in Adventureland where it's really hot. I don't know. Maybe it'll really fly.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't been to Space 220, but I really like Nomad Lounge. And so, yeah, you're right. Like maybe Magic Kingdom does need something like this. Another big, I feel like this is like in my opinion, maybe the biggest announcement for Magic Kingdom is this Beyond Big Thunder Mountain. So they're building a whole new land. Is that like right? Like it's going to be similar in size to Galaxy's Edge, Pandora. They're going to have new shows, attractions, restaurants, and it sounds like it's all going to be themed relating to Coco and Kanto and villains. And so I'm curious how they're going to tie all of that in, but it's just going to be a whole nother land in Magic Kingdom, right?
It seems like it, and I think we're going to enter kind of between Big Thunder and Splash, kind of back there on that quarter. I'm super excited about it. I don't know. I feel like it would have to be really huge to allow them to have an area for each one of those things you just mentioned, especially because Coco and Encanto, I can see those kind of meshing and kind of having a similar look. But then we're going to throw in, whatever villains thing, and like, how's that going to fit? It's almost got to be its own area.
Yeah, I agree. I kind of typed everything up as far as all the announcements, and I remember typing Encanto, Coco, and villains, and I'm like, wait, like I guess I can kind of see the relation between Coco and Encanto, but yeah, villains just seem a little, I don't know, interesting, but people love villains, so I feel like this will be a really, really popular land to experience. And I would agree that I think Magic Kingdom just needs something else. Like I know that they just opened Tron, and that is an incredible ride. But I think this new land that they're going to be building is definitely something that Magic Kingdom needs. And they mentioned that this is like the largest ever expansion in Magic Kingdom. So I know that they'll do it well, and I'm really excited to check it out whenever it does open, but I'm very excited for this update.
I am too, and I completely agree with you, because I think, if you're a first timer at Magic Kingdom and you do want to experience everything, it takes you more than a day. I mean, there's a lot to do, but I think if you're an experienced Disney goer, there's a lot of stuff, and it's different for everybody, but a lot of things that you'll skip. Like, I don't ride Buzz Lightyear, I don't ride the Speedway. There's stuff I just don't care to do because I've done it enough. So I think having something new for all of us will be awesome.
Definitely. I hope they have something like some sort of another big roller coaster. I love Tron, but I just need another big thriller. I don't know. Guess we'll see.
We need a villains coaster. We have to have.
Yes, that would be super cool. That would be very cool.
And I need a villains character meal.
Oh, I haven't thought of that before.
That would be awesome. Yeah. Who would? Insane. I would love it so much.
Who would you want to meet? Like, who would be your ideal villains to have a meal with?
So, not that they're going to ask me, but I want the female villains. I want Ursula, which I know would be tricky to bring her around, but that'd be awesome. Cruella, Maleficent. Like, I want all the female traditional villains. The evil queen from Snow White's doing her thing over at the Wilderness Lodge, and that's fine, but she's wonderful. That's my favorite character interaction. So I think if we could get some of those classic female villains in there, and imagine how fun the interactions would be, because they're going to be snarky, they're going to be funny. I think it would be great.
I totally agree. You mentioned you're going to the Halloween party this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Do you plan to run into any of the villains at the Halloween party?
I do. I'm super excited to meet the Seven Dwarfs, because I think they only come out at the Halloween party. I'm very happy for them. I'm not really a Nightmare Before Christmas girl, so I'm probably going to skip Jack and Sally. Not really my jam. But I definitely, whatever villains I can get in, I want to see that. Plus, I've never been to the party, so I cannot wait to see the parade, the grave diggers, everything. I just want to take it all in.
Oh yeah, I am jealous. It'll be, when I went, it was a blast, and so I'm sure that it's so much fun. But fun fact about the Seven Dwarfs. So we met them as well when I went, and my whole family got a Christmas picture with all the seven dwarfs like together, because it's the only time they're ever together.
Amazing.
And my mom used it as our Christmas card. But it was funny because the seven dwarfs are like, yeah, they're short, but like the costumes are so big, and like our little heads next to the seven dwarfs, like you could barely see my mom and dad, and she put it on the Christmas card. I was like, Mom, like you can't even see us, but it was funny. It's fun to talk about. Another big announcement, I guess kind of ish, Country Bear Jamboree is getting new songs and acts. I feel like this is kind of another one that people love or hate. I don't have a strong opinion one way or the other. I've seen it like once, maybe twice, and honestly, that was good after that. But they're making it a Disney music show. So are you like, what do you think about Country Bears? Is this something that you love or you skip?
I'm completely indifferent. I think if it were just me, I would skip. But when I'm there with my aunt, who has been going to Magic Kingdom since 71 when it opened, for her, she loves it. And I'm not kidding. Like, she laughs, she cackles, she sings along. So fine, I'll sit in the air conditioning and watch the show and maybe get a little shut-eye. That's fine. I would have been fine if they completely did away with this and put something else new in. I'm also okay if they want to try to revamp it, I guess, and maybe make everybody happy and, give somebody something new while keeping the people that want the nostalgia there. But yeah, I'm fine either way. But, I don't have too much to say about it, really. It's just there.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have a whole lot to say. It's definitely nice if you need somewhere to like sit, get some air conditioning, cool off, relax. But it's not one that I like. It's a must do. So I guess that gives me kind of another reason of why I'm so excited for this Beyond Big Thunder. Yeah, Beyond Big Thunder, Beyond something Blue. What are they calling it again? But this new land. I'm excited for that in Magic Kingdom a lot. All right, that wraps up the big news coming to Walt Disney World soon. Thanks for tuning in to the Rope Drop Pod. Make sure you subscribe.